Hello, everybody. This is Noah and John, and we are from UrbanDigs, and it is Monday, so you're going to get your Brooklyn weekly market update. John, let's get right to it. Let's look at Brooklyn supply. Not doing much, probably trickling down, 3,323. Show me that chart.
Yeah, not doing much is nailing it on the head, down 1.8%. And this is what we see in the summer. Supply is declining. It happened last year. It's happening this year.
Not what's going on in a lot of other housing markets across the country, right? They're going through their own little thing. But like we've said since the beginning, in New York City, Manhattan, and Brooklyn did not do what other markets did. So now that those markets are correcting from their parabolic, unsustainable rises, our markets are being dragged along and it's being muted. We're seeing a muted correction kind of going on right here. And that's what I see in Brooklyn so far. Let's go on to Brooklyn demand, Johnny. Pending sales, 2,609. Show me that chart.
Yeah, that's down 3% on the week. That trend also is steadily declining. I don't expect that trend to reverse until October, would be my guess.
Yeah, we're probably going to drift down until October. September and January are our two weakest deal volume months, and we're heading into September. We got to expect deal volume to slow, and we got to be careful, be aware, not to misinterpret that as a macro slowdown. That's just kind of what happens during the season. Let's move on to the weeklies in Brooklyn, Johnny. I'm looking at supply. Not a lot, 135 things, down 22%. Show me that chart.
Yeah, I mean, you took the wind right out of my sails, down 22%.
Right.
I mean, that pretty much says everything you need to know about weekly supply. I mean, it's going to its low levels and it's staying at its low levels.
Yeah, you got supply at 135, and you got, guess what? Contract signed at 132. I'm looking at that and down 7%, Johnny. Show me that chart.
Yeah, and that's down 10% on the week. And it's probably not going to be picking up again until what would you guys know? Mid-September, even early October. And I think this is why you're seeing that market pulse for Brooklyn remain sort of sideways, because even though both contract size are down 10%, weekly new actives are down over 20%. So that's really gonna serve to keep that market pulse elevated right now.
Yes, that's exactly right, Johnny. You're verbiating the net deficit of inventory. When you have a net deficit of inventory, that's going to be a downward pressure on supply. And you got 135 things coming on. You got 132 going into contract, and we're not even looking at off market, right? So that is going to be a negative force on supply, and that's just here to stay until further notice. And Johnny, what I really want to point out here is the 1 month pace. Johnny, the 1 month pace of contract sign in Brooklyn's at 583. And I want to continue, Johnny, the chart du jour that we did for Manhattan. I want to bring that over on Friday, what we did there, and do it here. And that is to take that monthly pace in Brooklyn and then draw a historical perspective, well, at least in the last 2 years, that's all we got Brooklyn data for, and see what has that done. And it really does paint the picture, Johnny, of everything we've went through. And when I see this chart, okay, it's exactly like Manhattan, okay? We have peaked, we went straight down, we overshot to the downside, we went up off those lows, and I feel like we're just trying to find our way at this new lower level, which is somewhere around this big red arrow I just drawing right here. That's what I see, Johnny. What do you see?
Yeah, I see a couple things. And just to follow on your point, Noah, if you'll sort of look at that valley and that beginning of the uptrend of last fall's market, it's going to be around September 2021, right? So you have this summer downtrend that doesn't really stop and reverse until, what is that, mid-September? But it basically, that trend reversed itself in what, end of July, early August? Yeah. So you can see there's already something different than what's happening in 2021. Now, the other point I want to make is that these lows, where are these lows? Well, the 2022 low is certainly lower than 2021, but it's not by much. It's certainly nowhere near the 2020 low or the 2019 low. So we're still the market is still very, very robust in Brooklyn.
Yeah, and robust market in terms of that we're doing deals where the average is, right? And we're down from that crazy level. And you got a supply situation that's falling, and you got, I would say, leverage just on the threshold of sell side and neutral, somewhere around there. And it's just, I mean, we don't know if it's actively falling in terms of price action anymore. And that's the key point. Is that wherever it needed to go from 3-4 months ago, well, I'm not saying that we're at peak levels. I'm not saying we're going back to peak levels. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that wherever this market was pre-shift, we have gotten to where we needed to go. This is where the market is now 3%, 4%, 5%. I don't know. And now where we go from here is what we need to wait for. And that's the same narrative for Manhattan, is that the move happens and that we either go up from here, we stay here, or we go down from here. And that's what we don't know yet. So that's the interesting part about this cycle down. It's going in waves, and you're right, it happened fast. It happened fast and it overshot a little bit. Johnny, Thank you for whipping up all these charts. Your Johnny Charts is the best. We rely on you heavily, and the industry loves you for it. That is John Walkup. I am Noah Rosenblatt. We're both from UrbanDigs. Don't forget, if you guys got questions, we got answers. Please visit our forum right down over here. If you wait just a couple of moments, all the reports today will be printed right over here. If you've never used UrbanDigs before, give it a shot. It don't cost nothing, and it'll get a 2-week free trial for professionals. Other than that, this has been your Brooklyn Weekly Market Update. We'll catch you next time.